Well then, given that I have my drops at my disposal that you guys have seen on the live shows for this video, I would say that reading Reynolds' tweets about the information that we're going to be talking about right here warrants, well, having this drop. God damn it! But I'm going to look to another Ryan to really express how I feel internally.
Don't do this to me. God damn it!
What's happening, film friends? Dave the Film Junkie here. Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds. He's a crafty guy. He's pretty smart when it comes to all this. When you look at what he's done, especially for like Aviation Gin, and he's even got the mobile, I think it's like a Canada-based mobile. I forgot exactly what they're called off the top of my head, but there's a reason why he's like kind of, I guess you could say running and specifically the marketing campaign. I mean, he got Rick Moranis out of retirement to show up in a commercial for that mobile company. God, I'm like totally drawing a blank, but Aviation Gin, you've seen his commercials for all that. They're all hilarious. They're all fucking hilarious. And it seems like him and his team just know exactly, okay, they know how to work things. And when it came to Ryan Reynolds tweeting out today, obviously everybody's paying attention to what he talked about when it came to his original plan for Deadpool 3. But, he kind of like mentioned something else, which is actually pretty fantastic because he knew that if he dropped this information, that people would be talking about a certain other thing, which we're going to be talking about here. But let's go to the tweet first that he tweeted out. And here it is. Boop. Okay. It's critical to have open, honest, and healthy discussions around mental health. By retweeting Bell Let's Talk, you could make a difference. In case that's not enough, before Disney bought Fox, Deadpool 3 was going to be a road trip between Deadpool and Logan. Rashomon style. For real. Rashomon. Am I saying that right? Probably not. You know me. I mean, if that wasn't enough either, too. I mean, like when Screen Rant posted their thing and everybody was thinking it was a joke, he said, "I'm not joking," as in he's not joking, and then put the hashtag again. So the big thing here, mental health. Okay, let's talk about that first. That's a little bit more important than what could have been when it came to a Deadpool 3 movie, guys. We talk about that a lot. Look what's happening when it comes to, Zack Snyder's Justice League and the AFSP and good job, everybody. We reached that $50,000 goal last night. So now we surpassed it. Keep it going. Link is still provided down below. We're going through a pandemic, and hopefully the pandemic is starting to wind down after almost a year. When it comes to mental health, oh my God, that's something the media, you won't see it on the news. You just keep on seeing, wear your mask, wear your mask. Oh my God, the mortality rate, the numbers, all the stuff. They always talk about that. They don't talk about mental health and how people are suffering, staying locked down, suicides up, depression up, all that stuff. Never mentioned. Never mentioned. You just never hear about it. And it pisses me off that we never hear about that. No, you're just constantly getting mask shamed. Billboards all over the place. Mask, wear your mask, wear your mask. Everybody's wear your mask, wear your mask. Social distance, social distance. Can we get some billboards or something on those signs that on the freeway that, say like click it or ticket, which is fucking stupid. It's like, yeah, we get that. Maybe put a number out there for suicide prevention or this. This is different though, because this has to do with Bell, the telecommunications company that's in Canada. We all know that Reynolds is native born, of course. So they started this whole campaign of Bell Let's Talk. It is a wide-reaching, multi-year program designed to break the silence around mental illness and support mental health all across Canada. So he utilized a little secret that he had before obviously when Disney bought Fox, that what they plan to do for a Deadpool 3, which is interesting. So now we can talk about that because, yes, if you're in Canada, please do all that all around. Doesn't matter. it does need to be discussed about mental health and everything like that, mental illness, everything. It all needs to be discussed. Okay. Okay. Don't go around and like mask shame people. Some people are kind of, not reacting. We've seen the videos. I mean, as much as we always laugh at the Karens out there and the Darrens or whatever the hell that don't want to, maybe there's something going on up here that needs to be addressed. I don't know. There's a lot of things that need to be addressed. But anyways, so when it comes to what he talked about, now we could talk about that. Is like, yeah, that sounds awesome. And I think that's what everybody wanted. But it's interesting because it seemed like, Logan was the perfect send-off for Hugh Jackman. So obviously, but with Deadpool, you can pretty much do a lot of things because he's so meta. He breaks the fourth wall. He could basically do whatever. And it just kind of sucks because why wasn't that like Deadpool 2? But then again, I'm like, when did Deadpool 2? Yeah, that still came out after, right? Yeah, it just seems like they should have fast-tracked that before they had Logan. And because then it makes you wonder, it's like, okay, when we think about Deadpool and Logan on on a road trip, is it old man Deadpool or not old man Deadpool? Is it old man Logan, or is it just regular Logan that we've seen? Maybe this would have been post the Wolverine, possibly. I don't know. It's all very interesting, but yeah. But you also wonder, like, is he just being that savvy? Like, hey, this will get a lot of retweets. I want the hashtag to get out there. Is he? I don't think he's joking. I think that was on the table at one point. But he's smart enough to be like, okay, how do I get Bell Let's Talk to, I guess, go viral, trend, or whatever? Try to get it out there. Well, I'm just going to mention this little tidbit. So, I mean, that's just kind of brilliant right there. I'm not going to lie. But man, can you guys imagine? Can you imagine if we actually got that movie? And it sucks that we're not going to get that movie now for sure, that it's with Disney, because they're going to totally reboot the X-Men. So they don't want, I mean, even though like there was like talks about Patrick Stewart coming back as Xavier, and it was, I remember hearing stuff about that, but he was like, no, Logan was a good send-off. I don't know. It's all very interesting how, Marvel Studios and Kevin Feige are going to approach the X-Men. And now that he has Deadpool 3, and this goes back to the whole Ryan Reynolds thing that we were talking about, him coming back as Green Lantern and everything. I mean, I've been talking about this with a bunch of people today because obviously I kind of made the crack today that, hey, more people are coming around that Sam Benjamin is not Green Lantern and Zack Snyder's Justice League. Thank God. Because I've been screaming about that forever. And now it seems more people coming around. That's good. But then again, the way that Twitter specifically, obviously we all kind of take the sides of people who are giving out the information, which is totally fine. I try to remain as neutral as possible. You guys know this. I try to remain as neutral as possible. I'm not trying to, start fights or anything like that. But, at the same time, I still, when I see information come out, I'm just like, oh, finally, cool. It's finally, that's cool. But when it came to the whole Ryan Reynolds thing, I mean, I've talked about it before too. It's like, I've heard things that, just from years back, that he was always like interested in coming back. That was it. That was pretty much it. When it came to him showing up for Zack Snyder's Justice League for additional photography, I was hearing stuff like, that's interesting. And I was hearing stuff like, yeah, there was discussions had, but dismissed. And it was mainly so he can get that Deadpool 3, because I'm willing to bet, and you guys probably know this too, it's like when it came to Deadpool going over to now Disney, Kevin Feige was probably like, I don't know what we should do. Maybe we can make a PG-13 Deadpool, and Ryan Reynolds was not having it. So he played a little hardball because he knows he's business savvy. He knows how to utilize things. That's why he mentioned the Snyder Cut a couple of times. And then this whole rumor came out that, oh yeah, he might be coming back as Green Lantern. And that probably pressed Kevin Feige and Marvel. And he got his movie. So I'm just saying, he's a crafty guy. And it sucks that we'll never see this movie. I would love to travel to the multiverse that has this movie to watch, but sadly, that's not going to be the case. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say about that. It's just very interesting. And yeah, I mean, it made the rounds. But I mean, bottom line though, guys, reach out. Okay. If you know people that are having a tough time with all this, mental health, mental illness is, I mean, yeah, you could be in good health, fitness wise and everything like that, but you're not good health up here, you're not in good health. That's the thing. You're not. It takes the whole thing. Like we all suffer from it. We have our bad days. We have our days. And I see it with people. I talk with people, even like people that I don't know, like, in a physical form, people out there. Obviously, that's what the benefit of like doing this has given me is relationships with people that are all around the world, which is insane to think about. It's surreal. Like, wow, like you can have like full on great conversations with people. And if they're struggling with something, hey, talk to them. And I love the fact that, people watch my live shows, my videos, and maybe that'll help a little bit too. You just never know. But that's the bottom line about his tweet. As much as we want to see that Logan and Deadpool road trip movie. And by the way, I meant to, wow, man, I thought I had it up. Never mind. I thought, let's see, because he's for shaman style. If I had the whole definition like up right here, and it says like its story is where the same event is recounted by several characters and the stories differ in ways that are impossible to reconcile. It shows that two or more people can view the same event quite differently. It was going to be like that, where two people talk about the story. It'll probably like take place, it'll start off with both characters or whatever characters is talking about what happened during this road trip, and you're going to get two different stories, which is, it's pretty awesome. It would have been awesome. So I just forgot to mention that the whole style right there, but yeah, that would have been absolutely fantastic. Anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts about it down below. What do you think about all this? Hit that like, thumbs up button if you'd be so kind. Subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm doing this stuff. If you want to join, become a Film Junkie member, do so. The join button's right down there. It helps out. And then, of course, if you really want to help out, become a Patreon, or a patron, I should say. Join the Film Junkie Patreon. You get some exclusive stuff on there. Or you got merchandise down below, shirts, hoodies, all that stuff. But and then, of course, the sock men's. Follow me on all that. All right, guys. Talk to you later.